Welcome back to 999, and I am Gloomy, and this is a game. We were choosing to look for a missing snake, and let's see. Let's go to the first class cabin. I wanna check if the bracelet is still there. Let's see.
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Junpei.
What should Junpei do? Talk to her.
Are you alright? Look, I know you're really worried, but...
Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone! You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me!
Someone's having a mental breakdown there?
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me? Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
Alright, let's go, June.
Yeah.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. So, where do you think we should go next?
Alright. I guess she really wants to stay there. So we couldn't go into the first class cabin. Alright, let's check out the casino. We know the casino.
How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
Well, let's listen to what she has to say.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Junpei's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital route would be 1, but there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8. Wait a minute. What about the other 4?
I am always astounded as to how fast they are at calculating that stuff. Is it just me, or am I just dumb? But I really need to take a moment for this. Maybe it's because I don't do that all the time.
Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room.
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
Well, technically she's right, but we need to go through a 9 door. I don't think... Excuse me. And I don't think we have something that could combine to a digital root of 9.
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9.
Yeah, that's what I was going over. Sometimes Junpei has wider brains, and sometimes he's just completely lost.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
And you can't bring Ace 2, so the numbered doors are already in a position where you need at least 2 numbered doors to be attacked.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Well, let's try and find another way. A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Well, who's to say there's just one number 9 door?
Huh?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah. Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. Alright, where should we go next?
Alright. We can check out the first class cabin again. Let's check out the first class cabin again.
Let's go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close. No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck somewhere else. But where?
Alright. Then I guess we already checked here, and that's the game's way of telling that we checked here. The hallway with all the rooms.
Hey, why don't we go back to C deck? We can take a look at that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's get going then.
Oh, it's Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Run to Ace.
Let's go.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
Yeah, she's absolutely having a mental breakdown.
Right.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
He's really onto that here. So,
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
you don't have to look alike with your sibling.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't. Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another.
Exactly.
It certainly isn't rare. At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Junpei.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later.
Yeah, sometimes his brain isn't working right.
Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority. All right, where should we go next?
Back to the large hospital room.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
Hey, wait, that's... Santa?
What should Junpei do? Talk to him.
What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Yes, Lotus, absolutely. No. Zero.
I think it was probably Zero.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it. I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Then why the hell would he put them back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So, what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the reds?
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Yes.
Bingo, we have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yes, because that could make them look like they were Zero or something, I guess.
Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah. Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
Maybe June?
And that's that, I guess.
Where would they... Ah, excuse me? Yeah, well, let's finish searching.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched. And we can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem, though. We've got to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal. Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Oh, I get the Lotus reference. Ah, that's still weird. They didn't interact with her that much, so weird. You remember the one with the woman's emblem and the horns, which I thought was a degradatory term. Well, it actually means practically a degradatory term in that sense, but still, that was a leap because we really didn't interact with Lotus before. We just saw her and she introduced herself, and that's all. Either way, let's move on.
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3? Well, she has a point there.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel!
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant! We shouldn't sacrifice anyone!
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, calm down, you two. Look, what Lotus is trying to say is, you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works. And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fitting way to describe that. That's not exactly democracy. That's just that's like the trolley problem more.
What do you think?
No! That's terrible!
I'm not asking you. Shut up.
Yeah, just don't ask June in specific.
What about you, Santa?
Me? Well, I agree. I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 2. 7.
I can't say I agree with you, but we don't exactly have a choice. If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Oh, glad to see you get it. If I can get one more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover? Hey, Clover. Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow? Let's go look for him together, okay?
That's gaslighting. Absolutely.
If we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him.
Yeah, that's really dirty.
You agree with me,
That's really, really dirty what you do there.
right?
Okay.
The motion carries. Now, let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary. I will stay. That should solve our problem, yes?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
True, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Please, I beg you. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time. We've only got 5 hours left.
Yeah, and you're wasting time of those precious 5 hours.
We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me? Or perhaps you would be willing to leave June behind? You see, there's no other choice. Then I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on. Don't worry yourselves about me. Go, quickly.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
Good. I think this is the best for me. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
Let me see. If, by any chance, Snake returns.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
You're right. We should get going. That's all we can do right now.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys talk.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this. There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Junpei? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own. Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet.
I don't believe he has given up. Let me explain for a second here. If by any chance Snake comes back and Ace is there, they have a 3 as a digital root. And they could go through the 3 door. But as far as I'm aware, you'd need 3 persons. There's the possibility that the bracelet that is dropped in the first class cabins by our Mr. Mush is capable of opening a door with them. But let's just not go too deep into detail here.
We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here. Ace! What happened? Ace, say something.
I'm all right.
How are you all right?
This
A syringe? Soparil beta. What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier, while we were searching the hospital rooms. I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap.
Yeah, you absolutely really need to take a nap if you need anesthetic to take a nap. That's not even sleeping pills. You're just you're just knocking yourself out with that one.
I really am very tired.
Ace,
Is there something you want to say? I just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
no, don't, Ace, don't fall asleep.
June, that's not how anesthetics work.
You feel warm. So comfortable. I think I'll have a nice dream.
Ace!
Let's get him up on a bed.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let his sacrifice go to waste, right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
Oh, you're gonna get it next time.
Yeah, she ain't old, you know?
Alright, who's next? Junpei, which door do you want?
Oh, that's difficult. Well, let's go for. Let's take. Let me just do math, please, for a second. 3 plus 9 is 12. That's also 3. We're blocking the 3 door.
I want to go through door number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Here we go. Yes. If Ace and Snake take a 9 bracelet out of the first class cabin, they can go and move on through the 3 door. That's dirty.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait. But that means 5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
You're acting like that's super important. We already left her behind once.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to
After thinking, it over his calculation was. No. What the heck? We still can't take the risk and choose the three. I believe that then we'll have to do this some other time. For now, let's keep it with the base. We're making. Do we need a quick save here? I don't think we need a quick save here. Let's take door 8.
Okay. Fine. Alright. I choose door 8.
Okay, 8 it is.
Yeah.
Alright then. That means June's gotta go through 7.
Huh? Why?
Ugh, Junpei, you figured it out, right? Can you explain it to her?
Okay, so, June, if we want all 6 of us to go through a door...
Oh no, you're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember?
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
We could make it easy. We have a map. Let me check. We're looking at the map here. So where the heck are we? I have no idea. I can't see anything about this. Alright, I have no idea where we are.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here.
Yeah, that's logical.
Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible.
It's not like it's fun. I mean, the rules are stated simply: 9 people, 9 rooms, 9 doors.
He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
Yes. Promise?
You guys are done, right? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Whatever.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
It's a wild combination we have here. The
It's
gaslighting
open.
victim, the perpetrator, and Junpei.
Okay.
Hurry!
June.
Jumpy.
What the hell are you doing? "81 seconds left. Hurry!"
Ugh.
It stopped.
Pointless.
What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake.
You think that? Really? You believe that? That was a mistake?
Too late now. I better catch up to them.
Alright.
Ah, it's a dead end. There's a door on the left, though.
Then it's not a dead end.
A laboratory? Huh.
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei,
Huh?
please, you first.
Ugh, fine.
Isn't it ladies first? I guess it's Junpei first now.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
What the hell?
Looks so creepy.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
Wait, where's Clover? What is she? Are you okay?
What are you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Yeah, she really wants to be left alone here.
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Junpei, you just don't get it! My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind! Something happened to him! Something bad.
Yeah.
What happened?
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
Hey, wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone!
Clover, watch out above you!
What the heck? What's going on here?
Hang on. I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
Oh my god. Why is the first reaction to close doors? For everyone to freaking open that dumb thing by force. That's not how this works.
Damn it! It's not moving.
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Alright. The laboratory. Let's get to it. That's class. Junpei, do something, please! Alright, I'm doing something. Oh, there's a door in the back, isn't there? Right there. I'll take a look. Oh no, it's locked. I can't get it to move. A window made of really thick glass. I don't even think a bullet could break it. Oh. Quick, figure out how I'm gonna get out of here. Not what I wanted. I wanted to ask about whatever that is. Yeah, you can see in here. I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used a pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover? Do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker. Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Yeah, let's just quickly ask Google. I wonder what they washed here. There are these weird colored stains all over the sink. Okay. I think this thing is a monitor of whatever experiment they were running here. There's a bunch of this stuff on here, like resistance value and voltage. The power's off, so there's nothing on it right now. I wonder what that is. This thing here looks like a voltmeter. And is this the control for that? Gosh, There's so many dials. Why did you try turning one of them? Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. It's a wreck. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff of the cables. I can see the wires inside. Okay, okay. Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin here, guys. Alright. I guess this drain is for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here. Okay. This looks like a control for electric door lock. There's a red light on display, that means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get lower back. This looks like control for some kind of electric lock. The red light is on, and it's gotta be locked. There's a green light just below it, although that one isn't lit. I bet it'll turn on if we unlock it, right? Yes, but how are we gonna unlock it? There's no keyhole, no card reader, and no keyboard for putting a password. I have no idea. Right. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on the top. I think it's a power cable. The power cable, huh? I'll take that. 3-punch power cable, okay. I think this thing's supposed to power the machine in the other room. Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how they're supposed to turn it on. I guess with this, there's a keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for activation. Key. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move on? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope, doesn't look like anything's happening. The hands of the clock have stopped moving. The clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. We need to figure out a way out of here. Right. The keyboard. The mouse. The monitor doesn't have the power cable. So one end of this cable needs to be connected to a monitor and the other one needs to be plugged in under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot. I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. That's right. Okay. Ethanol, that's alcohol. There's nothing here anymore, it's empty. Well, I guess that's all there is. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. No, nothing. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right all have little red lights on them. Red lights, Well, it can't hurt to give these babies a try. Yep, just as I thought. Locked tight, all 9 of them. I wonder if there's anything important in there. They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiment, but it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. Right. Sorry if I was being floppy here. Oh, wait. Let's look. These are the stairs that just came down. The bars and the gate are just above me. Okay. The table's been colored with like. If I could find something that could get rid of the ink, I could bend it. Oh, I need to give it an ethanol. So I use this ethanol. You should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Well, your clothes, of course. Haha, kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Clover, can you use a cloth on the table? Huh? Soak it in ethanol and then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Right, okay. So I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got a cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get it to work on that stuff on the table. Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei! It's working! Wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all that permanent ink. What's the deal with that drawing Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Yeah. I wonder what this is. There's a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. Let's see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and notebook, right? Could you write these numbers down and hand them to me through the bars? Okay, Roger. It's a rack. There are some cables on top with copper wire exposed. Not helpful. That's absolutely not helpful. Okay, let's check what Clover wrote. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk under here. Paper with numbers on it acquired. New material has been added to the file screen under it, and to look at the file screen here. No. I always forgot where the file screen is. Clover's not here. No Clover copied from the stand in the laboratory. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Seems to be puzzle. Maybe this. Oh, that's not helpful. Central various equipment, some of them might be useful. Some of them might be useful. Wait, I need to find a cable or something. I've got a scribbling of the table already. There's something sticking out of the mannequin head, like wire or something. What the hell were they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. I can't really see it very well from here, but it looks like there are a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. Is there anything unusual on the machine? I don't know, you know? There are a bunch of cords hanging from the bottom of it. Jeez, there's a lot of cords. It looks like they all go over here in the mannequin's head. So the device and the mannequin are connected. What the hell were they doing in here? Oh man. Back when this laboratory was active, that wasn't a mannequin in there, but I bet. It was a real live human on that hip. Wonder what... No, I don't want to think about it. Power cable, 3 prongs. Got the power cable, but not the 2-prong plug, it can't be connected. Where do I get the 2-prong plug? There's nothing. Power distribution and control panel, they're not working at the moment. Somewhere down. Next to here, that's nothing. Short flight of stairs. It's a rack. There's some cables on top of the copper wire exposed. Window made of really thick glass. Doesn't matter what I hit it with. Soldered in steel. Those numbers are gonna be useful. If I could find a way to input them, yes, I guess. Well, that's the stuff in here. A couple of lock wires, there's nothing useful. Stand for various piece equipment. The only thing about that room... Only thing about the room that's changed is that the lever is down now. Not very impressive. Looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory. Nope, this door isn't going anywhere. No dice, it won't open. I mean, that's about as much as I expected. I don't think Sari would let us out of this room quite that easily. It's a silver handrail. Seems like a regular run-of-the-hill handrail. Silver handrail. I hope those numbers are gonna be helpful. That's the whole screen here, I guess. I'm gonna make the glass. There's a double on the back. It seems to be locked. Unsurprisingly, won't open. Yeah, no. Maybe in the sink. But I guess we need something here. Scribbling off the table. Rain for water. It hasn't been used in a long time, so it's completely dried up. Wash basin, more commonly known as a sink. Right upstairs. There's a mannequin. It's got a bunch of electrodes sticking out of its head. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Gosh. Huh? What do you mean? Does the luck have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look down there. The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean? That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over to you? Oh, okay, but, well, I can plug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it, that's not good then. Well, how about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? It's sort of that thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Still useless? Not useless, not useless at all. That's just what we're looking for. Okay. Can you hold on for a bit? And back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it over to you for over the bars, okay? Here you go. The 2-prong plug. Thanks. Alright. Combine. Action. Okay, put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable. Great. Right, we're coming. We're going somewhere. Alright, I've got the 2-pronged power cable. 2-pronged power cable in my hand. I'm pretty sure this will work. On the desk I go, and let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn on the monitor. Let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's going to happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic.
Oh, that worked! What? Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
No, that's an apple.
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
Is that normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
In 2009, that wasn't normal at the time. Wireless displays are still not normal at all.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again? There must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
All right. Let's kick some ass.
Wait, what?
Didn't expect that, did you?
I mean, he's looking at something completely different. Bro, where are your eyes?
Of course I didn't! You're typing so fast, I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Huh? Oh, it was just something.
I see. Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version? A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly, but given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
So, she's basically writing a program that will try every possible combination of something and hits enter.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No, not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease.
It's not causing that function to cease per definition, it's just causing the results that we observe to cease. So we cannot observe if it's working or not as intended. Huh.
Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else? That's just crazy talk.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
No. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces.
This one's interesting. I've seen... I don't know, I believe it's also in another Chunsoft game. I'm not sure, I've seen something where one of the characters can't differentiate between human faces and they just see forms that point into directions to form this way. It's really interesting take on how to perceive something. It's like something is messed up in between the communication between the eyes and the brain, or basically whatever thought process can compute that in us meat computers.
In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. Look, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually. But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart. Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed. And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got. Piece of cake.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do any more. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
Well, I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
No. We absolutely rely on someone else. So when I press one of the panels, the colors on the next one should switches. Oh, looks like there's some text here. On-panel screen equals unlock. Restriction no more than 4 attempts will automatically reset after failure. In other words, I have to get on the panel screen in less than 4 tries. That's easy. We need to check the note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Oh, sorry, I have to read that. I have to do it in 4 turns, 4 touches. It automatically resets if I go higher than that. Alright, let's give this another shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I could have solved it just so, but we already got it. We used the hint. Alright, I solved. Did you hear a noise just now? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocked. Where did it come from? Ah, there. Look, Junpei. Lights on the lockers are green. Then we must have unlocked with the computer puzzle. There's more than one key in here. This one is small, it looks like it goes into some sort of machine. And this one has the earth symbol on it. I think the earth symbol matches the keyhole in a door in the bed, on the attic. Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the earth key any right now. Alright, then the earth key, I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now as for the other key, it's the activation key.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh? Well, let me think. Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born?
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that.
Oh, that's... So he acquired his ability to find himself blind in a room. That's interesting. It's harder to acquire something like that if you have seen before. If you didn't ever see, if you were born blind, it is easier to find yourself in a room just with your hearing and other senses. Because you didn't lose a sense. Your other senses always did this. But if you have lost a sense like that, you have to rewrite your brain and the way you perceive things. Because you can't perceive the way you normally did. But if he lost it in a child... Let me restate this. If he lost his eyesight as a child, it is more likely to find easier ways to rewire your brain and a way that you can perceive yourself in a room and navigate through life, basically. Because a child brain can adapt more easily to sudden changes like this than an adult brain who is rich in his thought process. It's not like adults can't learn something new, but they mostly have a harder time to learn something that is not exactly in what they can do and know how to do. That makes sense. Oh well, let's move on.
And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Alright, let's keep this one moving. This key, the shape sure makes it seem like it goes into the machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor's on now. And it's full of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. Having doesn't do squat. The only thing about that has changed, the liver's down now. Not very impressive. Alright, this still doesn't change anything. Alright, we should be able to do something with Ruawood now, I guess. This mannequin looks so sad. I gotta admit, I'm starting to feel kinda sorry for it. Junpei, this thing here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little? Okay. Oh yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Well, maybe she missed something. should ask her to look around the room again. It's the monitor. There's a whole lot of cables under this table. Am I getting attached to the thing? Maybe I should give it a name. How about Science Boy? Drain for water. It hasn't been used for a long time, so it's completely dried up. It's a wash basin, more commonly known as a sink. Got the scriptings on the table already. The rack. There are some cables with copper wire exposed. Maybe if you increase the voltage? Roger, will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to the max voltage. Max voltage? Hey, wait, Clover. Oh shit. What? I think I... Oh my god. The mannequin's head. Oh man, that sounds like fire alarm. Oh, what the hell? Fire detected, fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Sounds like something went. Clover's the understated gate. She's in pretty bad shape. What are you doing, Junpei? You need to save Clover now. Junpei, look at the light. Yes, it's green. The emergency system has activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei, come on, kid. Jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Cause I'm not alright. What the hell you took so long, big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. Yes, Grandpa Junpei, running as fast as he could. With 0.1 mile per hour. You can do it. You two can do this later. Why is this? You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. That fire is not going to stay in the room forever. So we're gonna leave that fire? We're gonna ignore that it's burning? Alright, let's move on.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, the fire is magically gone because you got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Jumpy!
Huh? June? Santa! 7!
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Hey guys! Could you come take a look at this?
Hey, on the wall.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Oh. Well, okay. It's a different map. I wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
Oh!
You've got to be kidding me.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
So it's back to the hospital
I
room.
knew it. We're back. In the hospital room.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough. Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
Whoa.
Nice catch.
Jeez. I see. So this is Jupiter.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
The trust Junpei has from all the other guys and girls. It's insane how much they trust him with anything at all, because Junpei hasn't proven in any way or form that he's capable of being that trusted. Is it his face? Is it how he looks? Is it like, you see someone like that on the streets, then you interact with them, forced due to being in the same seminar or something like, and you instantly trust that person. Maybe that's his hidden ability, or that's part of his. I don't know. It comes over as pretty weird to me.
Well, I've got something for you too then. Here, it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen.
Which kitchen?
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory, the Jupiter key you just gave me, and the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait! What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point! At least there is for me!
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Very well, I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again.
4, 1, 5.
So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Damn.
7, right? Yeah, that's...
Well, so I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving. Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Okay, we're off.
In case you were wondering,
All right, we should get moving too.
do not worry, we will also see what is behind the other doors. As for a complete clear, we will need to be doing those as well later on. We'll see that when the time is ripe. That sounded weird. We'll come to that when it's time.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a reason.
Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, There was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. So the 2 keys that Junpei has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you 2 can search Saturn. All right.
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key. We have no idea what's on the other side of these, so don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
There's a card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card. Great! It looks like it's working now.
All right, now how do I call the elevator? Oh, it only has the upside-down triangle on it.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
It opened! Look, Junpei!
That's certainly an elevator.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
Wait!
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
June was probably afraid of both sound pretty unrealistic. Could only go down.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside. It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
Well, let's test it.
Test it.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only 2, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
So he's sending them down and checking if they're going down and...
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
And it should be dry. Yeah, it's dry.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Basically like an air tank that's keeping a submarine afloat.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, all right?
But...
Come on, just do it, all right?
I'm coming with you!
Huh? Hey, wait! Ah, crap. It closed.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez. It looks normal.
If you think that's normal, then it looks normal.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
I don't think the ceiling's going to break. This looks like a metal. This looks like everything's out of metal.
We'd probably die.
Oh no! Don't be so casual about something like that!
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then. Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe...
Well, it looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Let's check.
I knew it!
It's a
This
six
is a
door.
numbered door. But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Wait, what's this? Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me. Huh, so you guys found door 1. So now we've located 2 new doors, the 6 door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking.
I guess so, otherwise he wouldn't have made elevators to go down there.
That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
But it makes more sense that the ship is staying afloat due to the air pocket of completely the E-Deck.
Yeah, I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
Yeah, already from keeping it a secret. I mean, if you do something like that and do it privately and order companies, someone somewhere would be bound to get interested in what the hell you're doing there. And he'd probably make a news article in some way that would reach more people. Even if not everyone gets wind of it, many would be aware of that. That's not really what you can make if you... That's not how it works. If you want to make something like this, which is basically a game or something around that, and also from whatever the ship was doing, seems to be experimental in nature. This is also hard to keep a secret if many public figures and many public companies are involved in something like that. We'll move on. Let's move on. Yes, Junpei.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
7?
Hmm.
What's wrong? What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that? Snake is...
Snake is dead. He died, just as the 9th man did.
Oh my god, that's not true, is it?
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way.
Typical 7. Stucking things into rooms so they can't close.
It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room, on the left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
Yeah, he always puts things in there to keep doors open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go. This wasn't open when we passed here before. Well, let's keep going.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Where is he? Where's Snake? There. June, you should stay here.
There's writing on the wall. LR.
But
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright? I'm going in.
Just like Ace said. Just like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
But the clothes are...
Wait, you can't even tell, and the left arm, the bone is coming up. I remember he had a fake arm. Was it the left one?
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah, that means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah, that means anybody could be a killer.
wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
By the power of friendship.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Good question. If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Zero's still on the ship with them. Of course.
But I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
I think Zero is one of us.
Exactly. Was he one of them?
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Junpei? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. 7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. 7 and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's because... I don't know.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Ah.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another.
You're right, but...
We must go. We have very little time left.
Our next destination is... Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
Alright, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah,
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think 7 said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens. I guess the elevator works now.
Junpei, I know it's only the 2 of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
Oh. First, we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
Oh, here it is.
I knew it. It's not wet at all.
Yes, exactly. You knew it.
Let's go.
Yes. Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the seat and bottom button can be pushed.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out. Oh, so this is the bottom deck. Hey, over there.
This is a numbered door.
This is the 8th one we found. There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were doors 4 and 5. 3 more in the large hospital room. Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
That means...
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Finally!
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
Let's head back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces. Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery. Alright, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Why would you vote hidden if you read your code name and a number? Really? That's just... Why?
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going. Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's...
But...
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Not much, but you're wearing it.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Oh, not good.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Junpei, read the rest.
Right. June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1. 7 and Lotus requested door 2. Santa and June requested door 6. Then the door I should choose is... Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
Yeah, you didn't have to vote now. Alright? But that's where we'll end it today. And... yeah. See you next time, and have a nice day. Bye bye.